How are you, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Doing great, thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, good evening, Zafri. It's very noisy from your side. People are shouting. Hey, Simran. Wow,
Yes, sir.
that rolling pin is rather thick.
Mhm. Yes.
I used
It's not mine.
uh-huh. I've never used such thick rolling pins.
It doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't.
No.
Okay. Some people are more comfortable with the thinner ones, and some roll with the thicker ones. I've always used thinner ones. I
Me
guess,
too.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it matters. Maybe it doesn't.
I
Maybe
am not comfortable
it's
with thinner ones.
yeah, that's what I said. It matters for some people. It depends on their individual preference, you know. Some people are more comfortable with the thinner ones or the thicker ones. Okay. So you're spending half an hour of your day-to-day life, you know, daily 24 hours cooking only, Simran.
Yes,
But it's important. Good food is really important. I mean, how many
obviously.
days
That's
can you
why.
manage? One, two, or a week after that? Mm. Especially
That's why I really got sick after that 10 days eating outside.
exactly. We're used to eating homemade food. That's the thing.
Good, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Yasmin ma'am. So, first of all, we are going to check the homework from the practice book.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Ravi. Good evening. You know,
Jafri,
yesterday Khushi
Jaf,
shared with me her um, Time Institute's notes. Okay. And I was surprised to see most of the stuff that you have in the notes are syllabus of my elementary and pre-intermediate course. And they teach that stuff saying it is for CAT preparation. I wonder how those people who need to study such things can call themselves CAT aspirants. They need 2 3 years of English learning minimum to have any chance to stand any chance of qualifying the exams. The real question paper, questions in the exams and the notes had no link whatsoever. The notes were very basic, and the questions are a lot more challenging, difficult. I think I told Khushi about she was like maybe the morning class she attends, the the foreign students class. that would be the level of, CAT. I said, no, CAT questions are even more difficult. You need to be an advanced level student to qualify CAT exam. And the lessons they are teaching, or the notes they have, they don't compare with the advanced lessons at all. Hey, Sarab,
Welcome. How are you doing?
can you hear me?
Welcome. How are you doing?
Doing great, thank you. So guys, we are going to first check the answers to the exercise I sent you to do. I don't know. Did I share a page with you guys? The practice book page?
Yes, you are, and you said some 4 question.
Okay. What do you think, section? Word endings. Okay, yeah. Let's see. First of all, the vocabulary exercise here. Word endings. Complete the tables, everyone. The recording has started. Number 1, we have nouns on the left and adjectives on the right. So success gives you successful. Success, successful. 2, the adjective
Expense,
is expensive. What is the noun?
Expense.
expense,
Expense. Yeah, exactly. Responsibility.
Responsible.
Responsible.
Responsible. Well done. Number 4.
Fame.
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 fame,
Fame.
famous,
Famous.
I
Fame.
don't want to
Famous.
be famous.
5. Danger.
dangerous,
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. 6.
Happiest.
Happiness.
Oh, sorry, happiness. Happiness.
Saurabh Saurabh is giving the
Happiness.
superlative. He's giving the superlative as a noun. Happiness. Yes,
That's
happiness.
happiness.
Yeah. Music is the noun. What's the adjective?
Musical.
Musical.
musical,
Musical.
I'm glad that you all said musical, okay? Because sometimes people think musician. Now, musician is also a noun. Musician is also a noun. It's a common noun, right? Musician who plays music. Musician, it's a job. It's a noun. The adjective is musical, okay? Number 8, the
health,
adjective
Health.
Health.
health,
Health.
healthy,
health is the noun. And how do you pronounce the word Helthy?
healthy,
Healthy.
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 It is healthy, okay? Not the, it is
Healthy.
the health, healthy, okay?
Healthy.
Do not change it into the, okay? It is not voiced, it is voiceless. Healthy, voiceless. What is the difference between and the?
you can do, we cannot, sir.
What's the
You can do.
difference? What's the difference, The difference is only that and one sound is voiceless and the other sound is voiced. Would you like this lesson, very quick lesson on voiceless and voiced consonant sounds? I'll give you a very quick lesson on what is voiced consonant and what is voiceless consonant, okay? There are a lot of consonants which are identical. The only difference between them is the vibration of the vocal cords. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Okay. So I'm going to take a table And then I'm gonna draw a line through this table. Okay, this one. Let me just I need a line, straight line. What the hell? I need a straight line, right? Straight line, yeah. Okay. Now, I'm gonna write some letters. These letters represent some consonant sound. Okay. The letter K represents a sound which you make this k, k, k. All right. Then you have another on the right, g. Then I will write k. And here I will write b. Okay. And then I have ch, ch, ch. And then I have j, j. Okay. Ch, j. And then I will write, and here I will write z, z. Okay. And then I have some more. This is s, and this is, okay. Okay, enough. So these 5 pairs will tell you what I'm talking about. When you say k, okay, when you make this sound k, then your vocal cords don't vibrate. Your vocal cords are very silent. They are widely open, and the air passes through your vocal cords without any disturbance. It doesn't create any friction, okay? Your vocal cords are wide apart, and the air from your lungs go through the vocal cords without creating any flutter, no vibration, nothing. The same is the case when you say p, p, p. Your vocal cords are all very clearly open, and the air passes through your vocal cords without any disturbance. All these sounds on the left, they are made with your vocal cords wide apart, and the air passes through your vocal cords with no vibration. It doesn't create a vibration. On the other hand, these sounds on the right, all of them, when we make these sounds, then our vocal cords are not very apart. They are loosely touching each other. And when the air passes through the vocal cords, then there is a flutter, there is a vibration. And you can feel it when I show you. And then I need to write one more, okay? I need to write one more pair, and that is and yeah, yeah, that's enough, I guess. So guys, if you look at the way we produce this sound k and g, exactly the same organs are involved. But the only difference is the vocal cords. K, g, they are, one is called, all the sounds on the left are called voiceless sounds, and all the sounds on the right are called voiced sounds, okay? They are voiced. So what is the difference between p and b? The only thing is p is voiceless and b is voiced. Ch is voiceless, j is voiced. This is voiceless, and this is voiced. The same is z, okay, voiceless and voiced. I know you guys might be wondering, what's the point of knowing all these things? Well, everything is related. I know you have never been taught this kind of stuff and these things, so you don't understand the point, but everything is related. Have you ever wondered why the plural of life is lives? Why the plural of wife is wives? Okay, wife ends with a sound, okay, wife, voiceless sound, wife. But when you add the s and you make it plural, then that S is Z, and one voiceless and one voice sound come together, it's difficult. So they change it into wives. Wives, easy. Okay. That's the reason. So everything is related and everything connects somewhere. It's just that we are not so much interested in learning all these things so much depth. Okay. Otherwise, so the sounds on the left are all voiceless and the sounds on the right are all voiced. Okay. And yeah, very difficult sometimes. TH, letter TH can be and letter TH can be, for example, THIS, this, right? A voice sound. And THEORY, theory, a voiceless sound. So TH can be a very confusing, combination in English because sometimes it is pronounced as, and sometimes it is pronounced as. So how would you know? Sometimes you can be confused. All our childhood, our teachers told us HEALTHY is healthy, but it is not healthy, it is healthy. Okay. And similarly, wealthy, WEALTHY, wealthy. Okay. So exposure helps us, understand these things. Now, let's look at the second box, noun and verb. The words on the left are nouns and the words on the right are verbs. Okay, so let's do this. One, success. Noun is success. The verb is
Succeed.
succeed. Noun is, what is the noun if the verb is compete?
Competition.
Competition. All right. And the noun is invitation. Then what's the verb?
Invite.
Yes. If somebody says, I will invite you, okay, I will invite you. The same thing can be said in a more formal way using the word invitation, right? I will invite you. Now say it with the word invitation.
I will give you invitation.
Yes. Okay.
I'll give you the invitation.
I will send you an invitation. This sounds more formal than I will invite you. Okay. This sounds more colloquial. A lot of times, instead of verbs, people use nouns to sound more formal. Okay. So the verb is practice with PRACTISE. What's the noun?
Practice.
Practice with a CE instead of SE. Okay, everyone? That's
Yes,
British spelling. That's the British spelling. Americans do not differentiate. They use the same spelling, CE, both as the noun and as the verb. Okay, number 5. Collection. What's the verb?
Collect.
Collect. Discover is the verb. The noun?
Discovery.
Discovery.
Discovery. Comparison is the noun. The verb is?
Compare.
Compare.
Compare. The verb is decide. What's the noun?
Decision.
Decision.
Decision. Okay, number 3, noun, things and person. So number 1, history is the noun. This is a thing. You need another noun, but it should be a person. So historian.
Historian.
Okay.
So,
By the way, all the nouns on the left are abstract nouns because these things don't have a physical existence, right? These are abstract nouns. And then we have these common nouns here on the right: historian, photographer, politician, artist,
artist,
psychologist,
psychologist,
an
scientist,
inventor,
inventor, musician.
musician. Okay.
There is a musician.
Number 2, complete the sentences with a word from the chart. Hello.
Sigmund Freud was a famous musician.
Sigmund Freud was a famous.
Musician.
Okay, number 2. Mozart showed great.
Magic talent.
From an
Musical talent.
Mozart was a musician, guys. Mozart was a musician. So Mozart showed great. No, he showed great
Musical talent.
musical talent. He showed great musical talent.
The first one is was a famous inventor.
Sigmund Freud, he was a psychologist. Everybody knows Sigmund Freud was a psychologist.
Yes, sir. I wanted to say that.
What did you want to say?
Yes, sir. I thought you changed the topic. Otherwise, I wanted to tell that the Sigmund Freud was the greatest psychologist who invented defense mechanism.
Your voice
Different.
is not very clear.
Sorry?
Are you using an external microphone?
No, sir. I'm not using anything else.
Okay, your voice is not very clear, unfortunately.
Okay.
Mm.
Why?
Yes, Sigmund Freud was a famous psychologist.
Yes.
Mozart showed great
Musical
musical talent from an early age. Number 3, everybody, did you hear the Prime Minister's speech? I think all
Politicians.
politicians lie. Okay. Before, did you hear the Prime Minister's speech? I think all prime ministers lie. Okay. Oh, sorry, all politicians lie. Number 4, if at first you don't, everyone,
Succeed.
try again. 5, Alexander Fleming's
inventions of
Discovery.
penicillin
Has saved many lives.
has saved many lives. Discovery of penicillin. Discovery of penicillin, okay, has saved many lives. The computer
Inventor.
inventor, Tim Berners-Lee,
Berners-Lee
invented the World Wide
World
Web.
Wide Web.
Mm. My son came first in his school spelling.
Competition.
I'm very proud. I'm very happy. I'm very proud. Okay. The word proud can be used in a negative way too. If you use the word TOO2 before it, it sounds a negative word, something to criticize. Okay. He's too proud. I don't like talking to him. Next. 8. Your English pronunciation has improved. You see,
Practice
perfect.
makes fact.
Which practice? CE or SE?
SE.
No, CE. The
Yes,
noun. Practice makes perfect. CE, the
Oh,
noun.
sorry.
Sometimes they ask a question in exams with this word practice. You know, they'll write the wrong spelling. They'll expect you to spot it, notice it. Word stress. Okay. Well, how many of these words have 2 dots and how many of them have 3 dots? Dots refer to the vowel sounds, right? So when I say successful, 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 can you see the second time I'm saying it with more stress? That's why invite. There are 2 vowel sounds, so second, invite.
White.
Invitation.
Asian.
How many
Four.
vowel sounds do you hear when I say invitation? Guys, we have a guest in our class today. Come over here. Hello, Alison. Can you hear me? Ali?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
I mean, I really wanted you to be here, actually, you know. So, guys, Alison is a lady from the US. Which state do you live in, Alison, there?
I'm from Indiana.
She's from Indiana, which is in the north,
It's technically called Midwest.
Midwest. Okay. So I invited her because I thought maybe you guys would like to have a little practice with Alison, who speaks English as her first language, and you would like to maybe get a little bit of an idea for how much you have improved from the last time you checked, maybe. So, Alison, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? I think you guys know her, right? You have seen my English lesson video on YouTube where I'm teaching Hindi to someone. It is the same Alison. Okay.
Sure. So, as I said, I live in Indiana. I live in a rural area, so mostly farmland, fields outside, very tiny town. I have 4 daughters, and I work as a resource coordinator for a nonprofit organization.
A non-profitable organization. And we have somebody from Iraq as well here, Sarab. Sarab is a guest student here. You know, she has already done her bachelor's degree in English teaching, I think, and she just wants to improve her English a little more. So she's here. Sarab, would you like to talk to Alison?
Welcome, Alison. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Just notice the rhythm, guys. Just notice the rhythm they have, okay? And yes, I know we cannot get rid of our accents. That's fine, totally. And we don't even want to. Let's be proud of the accent we have, as long as it is understandable to others. Alison, what's your take on accent? Some people try really hard to get a certain accent, like American accent or British accent. When do you think it is justified to sweat so much and when it is unnecessary? What do you think?
I think it's unnecessary. So, if you're speaking a language that isn't your first language, you will have an accent. Very few of us can get to the level where we can speak another language perfectly with the native accent. So it's just more about being proper with your grammar and then just having a good vocabulary, right? Because people will understand you.
Sir,
Right.
sorry to say, but today I think Alison is she's using external mic because I saw lots of video, but in this right now her voice is not very clear.
Okay, let me ask. Alison, are you using an external microphone or you're using through the mic inbuilt mic of your device?
I'm just on my phone.
So you're not using an external mic.
No.
Sorry, Ravi, it's just that you're not comfortable with this accent. That's it.
No, sir, I didn't watch more video, but in that video her voice is very clear.
But she's saying she's not using an external microphone, so you don't trust her, don't believe what she's saying, you mean?
Maybe it's difficult to network. Maybe.
Maybe. But I can understand what she's saying, and it's clear actually.
I can understand too, sir.
Oh,
I,
that's
I
very
also understand, but I cannot hear loud, sir, because when you
sorry.
say your voice is loud and Ari's voice is also loud.
Okay, maybe her microphone is a little far from her mouth, maybe. Okay. So that's why you're not getting to hear a loud voice or loud enough for you, for your liking. So yes, Alison also believes that it is unnecessary to, sweat over changing your accent or trying to speak English in a certain accent. It sounds fake actually when you try to sound like a British person or American person when you're not, You think maybe you're copying it, but you sound silly, to be honest, okay? And just as you said, if your grammar is good, if you're using the words in the right places, in the right context, then I guess people will understand you, and that's enough. Nobody is expecting you to be a native like, right? So why put yourself under unnecessary stress? Yeah, sometimes if you are what do you call them, a scammer, then maybe you need to mimic an accent, certain accent, because yeah, I'm from Microsoft. Okay, I'm Ted speaking from the US. Okay, I'm very, very bad at mimicking accents. I think if somebody is musical, if somebody has a singing voice, they have those ears that notice these things better as well, and they can kind of mimic accents better. I find it difficult, very difficult actually. So much that, I sound a little silly when I try to do an accent, mimicry. Okay, Alison. So, Yasmin ji, Manisha, I was expecting you guys would be a little more,
Sir,
yeah, vocal today when you have
can I
someone.
ask her a question?
Yes, Arish, you're welcome, sir.
As she has told us that it's not necessary if you can manage with the grammar and the right words, phrases to any target languages. So I would like to ask if she knows any other languages rather than English. Does she
Other
also, other than, yes, does she also do the same? Because
Mhm.
English is also obviously her native, so I can understand. But like we are trying to target English language.
Good question, Arish. Good question. A very smart question, Arish. Very good question. Alison, did you understand what Arish asked? Did you hear him? Ali, you are on mute.
I apologize. I had a work call. I had to
Oh,
had
okay.
to
That's
transfer. I
totally
had to
fine.
put you on
That's
hold.
totally fine. She's at work, guys. She just came on my request, and she told me that she was in her office, but I said, if you find some minutes, free minutes, then please visit. Okay. I thought you guys would really like it. Yeah. So, Alison, Arish is asking if you're learning another language. Do you speak any other language other than English?
A little bit of Spanish, and I'm trying to learn Hindi, but it's very difficult for me because there's not really any similarity with English, so the structure is confusing and the
Actually,
pronunciation of some of
Alison,
the
when we go
sounds.
deeper, then we start to see the similarities. Initially, it is difficult, of course, okay? But I can see a lot of similarities between Hindi and English, actually, you know. But again, you'll have to learn Hindi quite, you have to go past that elementary level, to see those
Sure,
similarities. Otherwise, it is difficult. I mean, there are a lot
sure.
of differences too. It is definitely not like, like you have Spanish and French and Italian. They are very similar. It's like,
Yes.
Tamil, Telugu, Kannada in India, how similar they are. It's like that.
Sure.
In the south of India, we have three languages, very, very popular languages: Tamil, Kannada, and Telugu. Okay. And there is a Malayali. Okay, these four languages are very, very similar. I mean, of course, they are
Sir,
different, but they are
Kannada
very.
and Telugu is 80% similar, sir, because I'm living in Kannada place.
Mhm.
I'm used to this language now.
Yes, somebody who speaks Telugu can easily learn to speak, Kannada, and will not sound like a foreigner at all. Will sound like a native after they practice it a
Like
little.
Hindi, like Katke Magi.
Yeah, exactly. Like Hindi and Punjabi and Gujarati are very similar, the same way. Okay.
Sure.
So, Alison, when did this, have you always been a language enthusiast, Alison, or is it a newfound love for you?
No, always. I've always liked languages.
Hmm. Okay. And guys, you would be, Alison has a particular strong view on Donald Trump as well. We often discuss this. Alison doesn't like Donald Trump.
I do not.
She doesn't. She thinks he's a, what do you call it?
Does she like Joe Biden, sir?
What, come again? Does she like Joe Biden? Oh, that's a good question, Arish. I never asked her if she likes Joe Biden. Okay, Alison, do you think Joe Biden, do you like him? Do you think he's a better president, maybe?
Well, out of the two, we get two choices, right? So if we have two bad choices, then we just
Lesser
have to
bad.
pick the least bad choice.
Yeah, exactly. So he's less bad. Okay. All right.
He's too old, and Donald Trump is too old. Um, and he's a horrible person, but that's a whole nother topic. Their views are outdated. So I'd really like to see a younger person come into office.
Right. And Kamala Harris, the other president, contestant or candidate, was I think she was also the reason why Donald Trump won. What do you think? Because maybe
I think
yeah,
the
go on.
fact that she came in so late, right? She got that nomination late. People don't really know her and they associate her with Joe Biden because she's the VP, right? But she's not Joe Biden. She's a lot younger than Joe Biden. She had a very optimistic and hopeful outlook. She has more of a happy personality, a positive personality. So I voted for Kamala Harris. And the fact that she got almost 50% of the vote really says a lot. I think if she'd had more time to campaign and get her views across and show some of her policies and some of the things they'd actually done that don't get talked about, I think she might have had a better chance. The fact that she's a woman also, we've never had a female president, so I think that was part of it as well.
One thing that really, surprises me is that in over 200 years period of independence, they haven't had even one female president. Isn't it surprising? I mean, we have been a 70 odd years old democracy, and we have had a female prime minister for not just one stint. She's been there for 2 3 stints actually, and 2.5 actually, and we have had a female president as well. Yes, in India presidents don't hold so much of power, you know but it's strange. Like in Asia, even Bangladesh has had
Yes.
female prime ministers, and Pakistan has had Bhutto, Benazir Bhutto. Why do you think America, which is so much advanced, more advanced than many other countries, and they're ahead of most of us, why couldn't they hire or elect, a female president till date, Alison?
Because there's still, it may not be noticeable outside, but there's still a very strong patriarchy. So it's like we call it the good old boys club, right? So those old-fashioned values. And I really believe with the Trump presidency, you're going to see the United States go backwards. We're not going to move forward with this. So also you see Christian nationalism, extremism, right? Donald Trump has packed the Supreme Court with Christian nationalists. People are being appointed with those more extremist type views. So extremism in any form, in any group is bad. So, laws are being created that are affecting women. Women are dying from these laws. And I think we're going to continue to see that trend.
So you firmly believe that, religion should not have any place in governance. It should be a private matter completely.
That's correct. I do.
Do you think that this is how it should be across the world or in certain parts of the world only?
Well, I mean, you do have a lot of countries where the religious law is the only law, right? So you look at Sharia law, and there really is no civil law, correct? It's just Sharia law. And that, in some places, maybe that works for them in their country. Now, I haven't been to those places. I haven't seen the actual outcomes of this, right? So that's not something that I know much about. So a lot of
Sarab,
people are comfortable with what they're used to, right? Being familiar with something makes you comfortable with it.
interestingly, Sarab the other day was expressing her views on some laws made in her country, and she vehemently, disagrees and opposes those laws. She doesn't want to agree with them no matter what. Sarab, would you like to add something? To what Alison has said? Do you also believe that religions should be kept out of governance, Sarab? Government should be non-religious, secular. They should not care about, particular religion at all, Sarab?
For me, because I'm a religious person, the religion in general, it is a perfect thing. But the others believe that you have no right to live at name the religion. The religion is not like that. They believe that the woman uh, should stay at home and she don't have the right to do whatever she like to do. No, they believe she have to wear the scarf and cover even her face in some points. No, the religious is not like this.
Sarab, you're defending religion, but you are accusing where do you think is the motivation for them to do what they do then? Like I said, Alison and I believe that religion should not be part of governance. It should not be a factor there. Government should be non-religious and they should be secular. Their laws should be secular. Their treatment of citizens should be secular. They should not prefer or target any religion like that. They should look at all religions the same way in any country. Like this is what Alison was trying to say, that this new government of Donald Trump is bringing in a lot of Christian people. And which word do you use, Alison, for them?
What's that?
Those Christian people who are occupying important places in Donald Trump government. Certain word you use to refer to them?
Nationalists or extremists, either
Yeah.
one.
And supremacist, something like that.
Supremacist.
There are people
We have those also. But
yeah, right. But you disapprove of them, right? You think
I
it's
do.
not be that
I
way.
do. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, guys, you know that Alison is learning Hindi. So why don't you all teach her one word, maybe an interesting one word anybody wants to teach her that she can take up from here, that she was in the class, she can learn one word. Any fun word, guys? Something that she can learn easily without too much of a trouble. Any one word that you guys think of? What did you say, Sam?
मजा आ गया
अच्छा
Sorry, Sam?
मजा आ गया
Maza aa gaya. Alison, can you repeat this sound? Maza aa gaya.
Masagya.
Maza aa gaya. All right, which literally translates into I had great fun. Okay, maza aa gaya.
Masagya.
Yeah, maza aa gaya. All right. There are three words: maza, which is fun; a, which literally means come. Okay, aa gaya. This is funny, aa gaya comes together. Okay, which means come. So fun came literally in English, which means I had fun. Okay, maza aa gaya. Okay. All right, lovely, Sam. You taught her something really interesting. I think it's a good phrase to learn. Maza aa gaya. So, Alison,
So you
whenever
say it fast like it's one word.
Maza aa gaya. Yes, it sounds like one word. Maza aa gaya. Yeah. Maza aa gaya. Maza aa gaya. So whenever you have a good fun experience, you can just say maza aa gaya. For example, after you finish your tasty meal, you say maza aa gaya. Okay.
सही में like don't you
Sach mein? Sach mein? So there is another phrase, Alison, if you want to learn after maza aa gaya. Sach mein? So this shows surprise, when you hear something that you find difficult to believe, you could react with sach mein, which means really?
Say it
Are you
again.
serious? Sach mein?
Sach mein?
Okay. Hindi sounds beautiful in her voice. Sach mein? Okay. All right. Alison, if I say I'm coming to the US, okay, then you will be surprised. Really? Sach mein? Okay. That there are two lovely phrases, guys. Maza aa gaya and sach mein. Did you notice that you are teaching her phrases? You're not teaching her just one word, okay? So this is how you are supposed to learn English as well. Instead of learning one word, learn phrases. They make better sense. You are less likely to get them wrong, use them, make mistakes, grammatical mistakes when you learn phrases. But the problem is, all your childhood, all your school life, you studied one word, did not learn the phrase that it is part of, okay? And that is how I think you should learn vocabulary in groups, not words in isolation, okay? Words in groups, phrases. Maza aa gaya, sach mein. Okay. And any other words or phrases do you guys want to teach Alison? She's a Hindi learner. She's a Hindi student.
कैसे हो?
Kaise ho? All right, Alison. I think you knew this one, Alison. Kaise ho?
Kaise ho?
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah.
Right.
How are you?
Yeah. This you can use with
Nice.
people who are the same age as you or a little younger, little older will be fine as well. Kaise ho? How are you?
Kaise ho?
Yes. So three lovely phrases. Maza aa gaya, sach mein, kaise ho? All right. So I think, Alison,
Thank you.
thank you for dropping in, Alison. It was really fun, and I hope you enjoyed talking to them as well. I know they've been very quiet. Yasmin ma'am, what happened to you? You always want speaking practice. You have a native speaker right here. So a few minutes with Yasmin ma'am, okay? Yasmin ma'am is a recent, I will say, inclusion into the class, okay? So Yasmin ma'am, go ahead, talk to her a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm also good, thank you. What is the weather of your country?
Oh, well, my state is very cold right now. So it's freezing cold. But it really depends where you live.
Is it cold?
Yeah,
Oh,
very cold, like negative. I think it was -5 the other day.
My
-5.
goodness. Yeah, -5 degrees. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, you say -5, but we say -5.
How do you manage with this freezing cold?
Say again?
How do you manage with this freezing cold?
Oh, we stay inside.
I think they're used to it, Yasmin ma'am, because they've always, they're used to it. Like people in the dark, like they're used to the cold winters, People get used to things, isn't it? We are gonna find it difficult if we travel there in this winter, all of a sudden the change. Yeah, Alison, I have a question though.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Inside the house, you guys have this heater thing and you maintain the temperature around 20 degrees, 22 degrees, right?
Sure.
Okay. So 22 degrees inside, and then next moment when you step out, you are out in the open -5. So there is a change of nearly 27, 30 degrees change, if it goes to -7, -8. How does your body adjust to that quick change in temperature, drop in temperature from +20 to -10? Doesn't it affect you?
Well, when it first changes, a lot of people will get sick, like they'll get a cold. But you mostly don't stay outside, you just run to your car. Go, go where you need to go, and then you go back,
I get
go
it.
back inside.
This is what my, students in Canada also said, the same thing, that they quickly run to the car, get inside,
Yes.
and it is again warm.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Russia is another very cold place.
I couldn't handle the heat that you have. I would die.
Oh yes,
Too
Alison.
hot.
We struggle too. We struggle big time, when it goes 40 plus. Most of us just stay indoors, and many offices are closed, schools are closed. We call it summer holidays, actually, because of the extreme weather, extreme heat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have heat waves. We have cold
It
waves.
doesn't. No, it doesn't get too hot here. So
You know what the funniest part is? It gets only down to 6 or 7 degrees. That's the coldest it gets. But still, we have cold waves, okay? And we find it really difficult. Life kind of gets crippled completely when it is 6 or 7 degrees only. And then that's why Yasmin ma'am was kind of surprised how you guys manage with -5, right?
Yes, sir.
So, do you get snow as well where you live?
yes, we do.
Frequently
It snowed a couple days ago, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. So, Yasmin ma'am, you see,
Yes, sir.
I was expecting you to talk a little more because I know you're very, very excited about conversations. She says to me, can you not organize a special class where we just talk? I said, no.
That's a good idea.
It is. But then what's my role there, Alison? I get bored in a class like that. I encourage my students to really have a conversation, maybe have some native speakers there, somebody who's sing some.
You can talk too. Just talk with everyone.
Yes, sing some. I don't know why you have been quiet. You should have talked to Alison as well. Guys are a little, down on confidence, they get a little nervous when they don't understand a lot of what you say. This is what happens. I think the biggest fear we all have is when we are talking to a native speaker that we will not understand them, they'll not understand us, things like this. So we just become a little bit, reticent there, right? Yes, Sarah.
Well, and you'll always come across people who are hateful, right? And that's wherever you go. So, you may run into those people, but the majority of people will try to understand you. So even if you don't always have the phrases and you do just have like the vocabulary, just the words, most people will be able to figure out what you mean. Right. If you have enough vocabulary words, we can figure out what you're trying to say or what you mean. So just like
Yeah.
my Spanish is broken, but they can understand what I'm trying to say. So
So, it's good to see people say, nodding faces when you're listening to Alison, guys. It's good because it makes me feel that you understand what she's saying. But I don't know why Sunita has been quiet. Sunita, go ahead, practice your English with Alison.
Yes. Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. You're all welcome. Please, I invited her for you guys, of course. I can talk to her anytime. She's my friend. We don't have to talk in the class. But you guys, I invited her here for you. So take the, opportunity and practice. Ask her something. Let's see how much you understand what she says. Sunita, are you gonna talk?
Yes.
Sounds lost.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Can I?
Sarah. Yes, Sarah.
Okay. Hey, listen.
hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. I am Saurabh.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay, so how are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm well.
So, sir told you are from USA, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, I wanna ask, do you love India or do you like India?
I've never been to India.
Uh, but do you like?
I like I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I'd like to travel there sometime.
Okay. I thought you don't like because sir told you don't like Donald Trump and the Prime Minister of India is the best friend of Donald Trump.
Yes, yes. I don't know if I love the Prime Minister of India. So,
Don't worry, Saurabh. Prime Minister Modi is not going to arrest her when she comes here because she doesn't like Donald Trump. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Trump has a theme about which world leaders he likes.
So, do you have any travel plans coming up in India?
Travel plans?
Yes, to visit India.
I think next year or the year after.
Oh, you are welcome.
Thank
Saurabh,
you.
you have so many hosts here, Alison. We are all in different cities. We will welcome you wherever you go, wherever you come.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. The guy sitting next to me, Lucky, who has a very interesting question. He wants to know what
Yes.
you think of Donald Trump's decision of kind of creating a new ministry for Elon Musk,
Oh,
Doge.
Elon Musk bought a position in government. So there's no two ways around that. It's obvious, which is supposed to be illegal, but capitalism. So the people with the money are the people with the power, and the people with the power can do whatever they want. So Elon Musk is obviously a brilliant man. He's very intelligent, but I believe he is mostly singularly focused, right? He has that tunnel vision. Elon Musk cares about what he wants to do, which is space exploration and Neuralink. So I think he's fine. I think he's had some trouble with some of the things he's trying to do. And if he has a spot in the government, those problems go away, right? He has free reign to do whatever it is he actually wants to do. Now, could he also help fix some of the budget problems, things like that? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Swami or whatever his name is. The guy they've got in the little coalition with him. But all of Donald Trump's cabinet picks are trash. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think all of us there's nothing we can do about it. So we're just like, let's just watch the chaos unfold and see what happens. See what happens.
Let's see how it goes, how it unfolds.
Yeah.
Fingers
Pretty
crossed.
much.
Let's hope
Yeah.
it get too
That's
far.
all you can do.
So, yeah.
I heard so many charges on along the about the point high stairs.
So why she felt to learn English? Because I thought that her English is good.
Let me find this time. Yes, Sunita, what do you want to ask?
Actually, in my mind, this question arose that she speaks beautifully, but why she need to be improved herself?
Improve what?
English, especially.
Wrong question.
No, she lived up to the reputation she has in the class. She did that totally, so very successfully. Thank you for asking that question, Sunita. Alison, when you speak
Yes.
English so very well, why did you join the great Vanessa's class to improve your English?
I
Please,
wanted to help. I wanted to help everyone else improve their English.
look, Alison is
Yes.
saying that, she wants to help you guys improve your English by being here.
She is here to help us as a native speaker.
Sunita didn't understand that. She's saying, why does Alison need to improve her English?
Sir, can I talk to her?
You're welcome, sir. I've been asking you, all of you.
Yes. Hello, Alison.
Hi.
Hey, well, I'm Arish. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm really excited to know about United States of America because I have watched lots of videos about the superpower. So can you please tell me some beautiful things about your country?
You cut out right there in the middle, so I heard, can you please tell me? And then it got a little distorted. Can you repeat it?
Part of the question.
I'm asking, can you please tell me about your countries because America is very beautiful. I've been watching it about your country in YouTube, and I watched lots of videos, but I'm really interested to know about this because I've never been there. So, as a you are you are living there, so I'm asking.
Yeah, so it's a very big country, so there's lots to see. There are lots of beautiful places. If you come to visit to
Hmm.
some great locations for sightseeing. Lots of people from different places, so we have like great food options, right, from around the world, and
Hmm.
that's nice. And in
And
most areas, most people are friendly. So,
and have you had friends from India like Vinay sir?
yes,
Okay.
several actually. One
So
of my
have you
very
had
good
friends?
friends is from
Mhm.
Karnataka.
So you are friendly, you mean to say. You can make friends all over the world, even though they are not
Yes.
speaking English.
Yes, that's true. I have friends from many countries.
Okay. How long have you known Vinay sir?
Hey,
Hmm.
mind your business.
Sir, I'm just asking, sir. Is it not a good question?
Alison
Sorry
is
then.
not going to answer that question. Why would she answer that question? Usually,
No,
yes.
sir, because she has told that she has had lots of friends from India. So I just was
Arish has his own,
there's nothing to know about.
Arish has his own, now, what is that thing?
What
The
one, sir?
detective's
Sir,
mind, he has this detective's mind. He wants to
I'm
go
just asking in a friendly
Curious.
way, sir.
of course. She has known me ever since she was born. We were born
I'm sorry, sir, if you
in
mind,
the
sir.
same
I'm so sorry.
hospital, next to each other.
No, sir, she has had Indian friends
Her
apart
mom
from you, sir.
and my
Just
mom were friends, best friends. Yeah. It's just that after she was born, she had to move to America, but she is actually Indian.
He's your neighbor, sir.
But thank you, Aris. Thank you for asking. And anybody else wants to talk to Alison? She has 4
Sir, one
daughters.
more question, sir.
Yes, Arish.
If she comes India one day, which city would you like? Would she like to visit first, like New Delhi or Bombay?
That's a good question. Alison, do you have any preference right now? Like, do you have any particular place on your mind that you want to visit that part first?
I want to not be in the city.
Yeah, Alison is a different
Um,
kind of tourist. She doesn't like visiting those big cities and big places. She wants to know the real people, wants to go into the countryside. She wants to feel the pulse of yeah, the country, the place where she's going. She wants to understand the real nature of that place. Of course, she can come here.
yeah, so if there are recommendations, if you guys know great little towns or little cities
Well,
that are very, very beautiful or great spots, then please let me know.
there are so many, like, Alison, India is, I think, bigger than Europe, right? Area-wise. Yeah, India is bigger than Europe, and we have
Yeah.
so many people. It's very crowded, though. I don't know if you would like to see so many people in India. My friend Sarah visited here in 2012, and when we went out in the evening and she saw the people in the street, she was like, "What is this? Is there a fair or something?" I said, "No, it is just a day-to-day thing. It's nothing special. A fair is very different kind of thing. So yeah, it's
No.
very different experience for Americans to be in India.
Yeah, do you know how many people are in my town?
Please tell us how many?
5,000.
5,000 people live in her town.
Yes.
How many people, guys? 5,000. I'm telling you, everyone's village has more people, individually, than yeah, Mohalla will have more people. Yeah, a neighborhood, a ward will have more people than 5,000. Yeah, Manisha, you want to talk, Manisha?
Yes, sir. I have a question that our first language is Hindi, and that's why we are having so much problem in understanding the English because our syllabus, all the syllabus are in uh, English, but our language is Hindi. So we have problem in understanding. Suppose we have to solve math, and there is some in English. So the problem is not that we don't know the language problem we have. Do they have same problem? Because C already has the first language English, and if their syllabus are also in English, it would be very easy for them to understand all the things. They don't have problem like us that we are facing in India.
Very good point, Manisha, actually. Alison, I don't know. Did you understand what Manisha's point was?
Go ahead and recap.
Okay. So Manisha was saying that Indians, we
And
speak
what's the total area of your city?
the total area, the area in square kilometers, Alison, of your town where you live. It will be bigger than Bihar, if I assure you. Okay. And 5,000 people only.
You
By
said
the way,
in kilometers?
yes, yeah, square kilometers, yes. The town where I live is 156 square kilometers, I think. 156 Bihar area. 156.
3.9
3.9.
miles, square miles. So that would be 10,
That's not
10.1, maybe.
Nearly 7
Yeah, that's
kilometers
right.
square.
Like 10.
right. Okay, so Alison's town is small, very small.
Yeah,
3.9 square miles.
nearly
Or
7 kilometers, sir.
2 miles by 2 miles. It's like 2 miles by 2 miles. Mhm. Okay, what Manisha was saying was this. In India, people speak so many different languages. Okay, like their first language, Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, and all, Urdu. But then when they go to school, they study in English. And unfortunately, means all their books are in English, but they don't have quality teachers. And that's why a lot of children never develop a good skill in English. So they struggle a lot, like they have to do math questions. They may be familiar with the problem, the concept of the question, but because it's written in English, they find it, difficult to understand what they have to do. So sometimes it's like, if I ask you to do a simple mathematics question, but the language is Japanese or Chinese or Hindi, then you'll struggle. You won't know, right? So she was talking about that problem, and she said that Americans will have it easy, because they have to study in their own language, everything that they study. So
Sure. And that actually really says a lot about the people, right? So if you're able and capable to go from speaking one language at home, going to school, and all your information is in another language, you know, how much more advantage do you have over someone who doesn't have to do that, really? Because you work harder. But at the same time, as young children, how do they get a good grasp of foundational knowledge when the information isn't presented in a way that they can fully comprehend it, right? They cannot fully understand it. So I think like foundational knowledge, right? Young children, they should be taught maybe both in both languages until they have that good grasp, a better grasp of the language to move forward. But that would be very difficult. That would be like me, speaking English at home as a child and going to school and everything's in Spanish.
yeah,
How
exactly.
well am I going to do when I haven't even been introduced to Spanish in my home?
So there are a few suggestions, from experts. They say no country can be really great if they do not really kind of push their own language. Look, like you said, children struggle a lot from in grasping the concepts and stuff because it is presented to them in a language which is not their own. So they do not really understand it that well. So our new education policy that the government has designed, says that young kids up to class fourth or fifth, I guess, they have to be taught in their mother tongue, whatever language they speak at home. They should be taught in that language. Only after that, they should be, taught another language like English. Okay. However, it has its own disadvantage as well. When you reach certain age, and then you start to learn English, and when you do not have quality teachers, it's like, you never learn it, So maybe more than 25% of Indians understand quite a bit of English, but they're not fluent in English. Only 4% Indians can speak fluent English. But 25% or more than 25% Indians can comprehend English when they listen to it.
And that's a good thing. So I would say that's the positive part of it, is that from the time you're young, you are exposed to multiple languages. And then, within India, within those languages, a lot of times you'll find people that they speak Hindi, but they also speak Kannada, or they also speak Punjabi, right?
Right.
So they have multiple languages already and then speak English. Whereas in this country, unless you're in maybe Florida or the southwest part of the country where there are a lot of Hispanic people or Cuban people, you may be exposed to a lot of Spanish in those areas from the time you're young. Everywhere else, they don't bother to teach us a second language. So we're not even exposed to a second language until we're in high school. And I think they're putting our kids at a disadvantage if you're talking globally, right? Because the majority of the people in the world speak at least two languages. Whereas in this country, they think, oh, you speak English and everyone most people will learn to speak English, so you're fine. And I don't believe that's the correct approach. I think it's always an advantage to speak more than one language.
Alison, this made me think of a question. Like in India, English is considered a superior language somehow, okay? And somebody who speaks English is considered smarter, okay? And there is a logic to it as well, because it's not your language. So if you have become good at it, obviously you have understood it properly, right? You have decoded the way it works. You have understood, figured it out. Some people are still struggling, so clearly you are cleverer, maybe. But in your country, do you guys also have that attitude towards Spanish, or it is looked as just another language or a little inferior because it comes from South America, which is not a superpower?
I don't know if it's looked at as that's going to be subjective, right? So that's going to depend on the person that you're speaking with, how they feel individually. As a whole, I would say it's not looked at as any lesser of a language. In fact, in this country, with the amount of Spanish-speaking people we have, it's almost always an advantage if you can speak Spanish, to the point where in jobs you can get paid more, right? Or they specifically look for people who are bilingual, who speak English and Spanish. And as the Hispanic population gets larger here, Spanish-speaking people are more highly sought after because we're working with Hispanic people in a lot of places, and there's no one who can speak fluently with them, and that's a problem. So.
Yeah, this is news. Actually, I didn't know about it, that, they look out, they kind of, seek people who can speak two languages, and they're preferred, inside America. Okay, and their
Yes.
salaries are also bigger. So in a way, it is very much the same as it is English in India. If you speak only Hindi, your salary will be not as much as when you speak Hindi and English. Whether you're a teacher or anywhere in a private job, when you speak English too, you get, on average, there was a survey done, and it says that perhaps you get 19% more on average, when you speak fluent English as in your jobs.
In my opinion,
Oh.
it depends on the US market and UK market. And I think US market is depend on the Spanish.
That's why.
That's why the
Yes. Yeah. because India's economy kind of, depends a lot on the US as well, of course, and the US economy perhaps depends a lot on the consumers from South America, those Spanish speaking people. So that's why perhaps, the skills in Spanish is something that they, seek, look for.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Honestly, depending on what happens, I can see America losing or United States losing position as a superpower. And I can see India moving up depending on what kind of leadership you get.
Well, yeah, I think the best would be when the countries are not really competing like this,
I
instead
agree.
operating. But that would
I don't think that'll happen, but
yeah,
I wish it
that
would.
was I was about to say, that it is gonna remain our, dream and something that people will consider only a, what do you call it, fantasy thing or something like that for
Yeah,
the, near future. It is not gonna happen.
probably not.
Okay. And anything else? Anybody? Jishan, Imrana, Sam? Yes, Sam.
I want to ask you a question to Alicia.
Uh-huh.
Uh, you said you learn Spanish.
A little bit, yes.
Cool.
Are you learning from people around you who speak Spanish,
Good question.
or in a special class from any?
Yeah, sure. So I learn with some people around me. I also use like the language apps where you can speak with native speakers. So I'll speak with people from South America quite often. And I also learned Spanish when I was in high school and at university.
Which app are you use?
Tandem usually.
What?
Sometimes Duolingo.
Which apps did you ask, Sam? Did you ask Sam which app?
Which app where you communicate with speakers?
Oh,
Spanish
there are
speakers?
quite a few. Tandem, Hello Talk.
Yep, those were the two I was gonna say.
Speak, there was another speak for something like that. I've forgotten. Okay, maybe I need to just ask a few students. They were using it quite often. There are lots of rooms there. I have forgotten the name. Speak for, I forgot, okay. But these two are very common, Hello Talk and Tandem. Anybody else has any more questions for Alison? Alison, I really, really appreciate you coming here and giving your precious time. Yeah, share
No
with us.
worries.
Sir, I want to say something.
Yes,
Alicia.
Imrana. Yes, Imrana.
I don't want to ask any questions, but I just say the way she speaks, like I heard, like audio file, and she speaks, she speaks very fluently, and like voice is very good, and I really like her voice.
So,
And I want, yeah, I want to speak like that.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah.
Alison.
Thank you. Yes.
And you are very friendly like me.
Thank you.
She's very open-minded, very friendly. So, Imrana,
honestly, I love
if I'm talking like that in Bihar Sharif, then everybody call me, oh, like I'm very chamlahat se bolti hai.
Alison,
want there, but
Imrana is saying when she tries to speak the way you do, then people make comments about her style. They say that you are showing off, you're being fake, stuff like that.
That's okay.
But
You
she's
can, I would say speak how you want to. If you're able, if you can get to a place to where you can pretty easily mimic the accent, and that makes it easier for you in your conversations or at work, feel free to do that. I actually love everyone's accents. I love hearing different accents when I speak to people. I think it's great, but yeah.
Sunita, you have to give her muh dikhai.
Do you learn any other language the except Spanish?
She's learning Hindi.
The other two I can't even probably say learning. I'll say thinking about learning because I'm doing horribly. Hindi and Arabic, but both very, very difficult languages. So
I'm going to just remind her of the three phrases that we wanted her to learn today. Maza aa gaya, Alison. Sahi mein, sach mein, sahi mein, sach mein, sahi mein is the same thing. Yeah. And the third was kaise ho, right?
Kaise ho.
Yeah.
Acha.
Acha. So
five reactions.
yeah. Yeah. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed this interaction. Sanjeev, you have been very quiet, Sanjeev. Simran, I don't know. Simran didn't say a word. Simran, it was a good opportunity for you to maybe get your accent tested, whether she would understand you. Has your accent improved a little bit? Simran has good English, Alison, but she has a little strong accent. So I don't know why she kept quiet. Simran.
No, sir, it's not like that. I just had my dinner and I was just resting. Hello, Alison.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so you are from US and you are learning Spanish. So would you like any other language that you want to learn? Is
Yep,
there
just
any other language? Yes.
Hindi and Arabic.
Oh, that's nice. So how old are you, Alison?
I'm 40.
Pardon me, I didn't hear you. What
She's
did you
my
say?
friend. She's my age. She's my age, Simran. A little younger.
Okay, so age 44. Okay. Oh,
No,
that's great.
don't make me sound younger. I'm
Did
younger
I,
than him.
did I miss the joke?
Yes,
Yeah, I said
she's not your age.
don't make me your age. I'm younger than him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alison is younger. Okay. Actually, what happened that we were born on the same day in the same hospital, but then she kind of
Okay.
stopped. She froze. She didn't age for a few
Yes.
years. And then that's why she's younger. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
She got that scientific device to remain her age, isn't it? From that animation movies and all.
Simran.
Oh, yes, do I
Uh,
have to speak more? I
Your
don't
English is
want.
very good.
is
You
is
speak
is it
very
is it
well.
like a punishment for you, Simran?
Yes.
You speak
I
very
didn't
well.
mean to punish you.
Sir,
I
I
thought.
am really in no good health. That's why.
Oh, okay, Simran.
Um,
Yeah, you told me, but you
hope you
said all
feel
the
better.
reports are fine.
Yeah, the reports are fine, but I am not feeling good for the last 1 week, and I am not even going to college, so I don't know what to
But you
do.
were in the
I
kitchen
thought
cooking.
that yeah, that's my work that I have to do. I
Other
have to eat,
friends,
na.
your roommates?
Oh, she doesn't know how to cook, and yesterday she cooked what she knows, but I can't make her do daily. It's not a
Hmm.
good thing that doing or like she cooked and also do the cleaning and washing the dishes.
Somebody
So
should
and
volunteer to go to Simran's place, do the cooking for a couple of weeks maybe while she's recovering. She gets back to her normal health. I would do it,
actually I
Simran.
have no sir, the problem is I have asthma, and due to this cold weather I am experiencing
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
That's
am
a very,
having a
very serious.
very cold yeah, so I don't know what to do.
The only thing you can
So
do
I
is
am
keep yourself wrapped up warm all the time. Don't take any
Yeah,
chance.
I am doing that, but in Muradabad it's very cold. Like in Bihar Sharif, it's not that cold, but in Muradabad it's very cold. I am not used to it, so it's very hard for me to live here. And so
Hmm.
I am just thinking that if my
Yeah.
body get
This is
used to it.
for winter there now. That's why. Maybe
Yeah,
next winter
it's
would
very
be a
cold
bit
here. Like,
easier.
yeah, it's 14 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius to 14 degrees Celsius. And
Ah,
it's very tough for me to survive because in Bihar Sharif we don't have winter like that cold.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
Hmm,
that's why I am
lovely.
just keeping myself warm up, drinking hot water, and whatever thing I can do. And the main thing is I had non-vegetarian diet in Bihar Sharif, and right now I am having a vegetarian diet. In Moradabad, you can't have that non-veg. People here don't eat, and they even judge you if you eat non-veg food. So it's like a shift of from non-vegetarian to vegetarian food, and like my body is not taking up with that.
Simran, get
And
your point.
for the
It is
last,
difficult.
like, yeah,
When you're forced to switch your diet from, meat to just only vegetables.
180.
Yeah, it's not very easy, especially when you don't want to do that. Okay, thank
and
you very
they don't
much.
even sell that. That's the worst thing. They don't even sell.
Well, so Sanjeev, we are going to say goodbye to Alison and everybody. Let's say goodbye. It is 8:32, and
Thank
thank
you,
you
Alison.
again, Alison, for coming and
Thank you for
giving us
having
this
me.
practice with you. I hope everybody enjoyed
Bye,
this.
good
And
night.
Thank you, Alison. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank
It
you,
was nice to
Alison.
meet everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
sure,
Bye.
sure.
Good night,
Good
sir.
luck with your learning.
Goodbye,
Bye,
Alison.
sir.
If you come to
Bye.
India, I will host you.
Uh,
Definitely.
Thank you.
we will all host
Yeah.
you. Bye-bye,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye-bye. See
Bye.
ya.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Good night,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Good
Bye-bye, sir.
night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.